wild numbers. Alright, sorry about the wait. I switched over from a Brave browser to Chrome browser, and that's messing things up. It's messing up my being able to see my chat here in OBS, which makes it a pain in the butt. So I'm gonna have to see if I can catch stuff. Hey, Louis Adore. Haiti is the country that I was raised in. Awesome. Hey, Mika. Hey, Sasha. I saw a few other people in here. Let me see if I can... Yeah, got a few people. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, sorry about the wait. Just trying to... You know, only got on like probably 5 minutes before stream time. So I don't have the camera on at the moment. I have to get my camera settings all right. So I'll get that going as soon as we start moving a little bit on here. Let me get a few things going here, and we'll start the plane up. That looks good. Long flight. It's gonna be about a 2-hour flight, so we got plenty of time to talk and chat. Hey, Alex is Pro Gaming Zelensk. Yeah, I'm not sure. I need to take that off. Hit me, Alex's program. Yeah, I'm not sure why my Ninja chat is doing that. Really a pain in the butt. I can't read your chats easily. All right, so let's. We got that. About here. Check out the airport. Everything looks good. We got no one else at the airport, unfortunately. Oh, it looks like a few planes over there in the distance. All right, so we're here in Willemstad, Curaçao. And we're at Hato International Airport. Where'd you donate? Did you donate? Awesome. Yeah, probably one of the I have a few links for donations. I have to kind of pay attention to them, but if you have, thank you. That's awesome. Eventually, once we get to that point where I can monetize, we'll have the membership and everything. You'll be able to do it just straight through YouTube and all that cool stuff. But right now, it's Stream Elements, and there's different links in the description. All right, so here we are at Hato International. Let's get in the CRJ5 from Aerosoft. Aerosoft Bombardier CRJ550. We're going to set it up. We're going to be flying up to Toussaint Louverture International Airport, up in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Well, if you did $200, that's awesome, but I don't know. I haven't seen any alert for it, but that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I will attempt a butter landing. I can't promise a butter landing, but I will attempt it. All right, let's get in the plane. Let's get things started. Let's actually even get GSX Pro open here. So you're just going to have to forgive me. I'm a little kind of didn't get everything set up ahead of time, so I'm kind of scrambling to get everything in the right position, including trying to figure out how to do this stuff. Trying to get all my stuff, all the background stuff running here, like my charts and all that. That's all I'm doing. All right, let's get in the plane. I wanted to get in the plane, but let's get GSX. There it is. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't keep up with the chat right now. I have to get my chat boxes in front here first. Don't worry, you guys, don't worry, it's not a big deal. Request boarding. The GSX is going to set up here. Perfect. Look at that. Alex, yes, I do use OBS. Here, let me get my chat things up so I can see, because I don't really need to see what's going on my screen there. Let's see. Yep, I use OBS. For sure. Right, let's get inside the plane, and we'll open up the doors. Cargo. Open those doors. And let's see if I remember all my different keys to look around. Okay, parking brake is set. Continuing up, we'll make sure the landing gear is down. EFB is on. Ground power cart. Get that connected. And we'll hit the battery switch up top. And we have external power, Gen 3. All the Gen switches are in the auto positions. Nav lights on, logo light, wing light on. I like to have those all on. Bleed valve, auto, ISOL open, bleed source, both engines, bleed air, normal. We're going really quick through this. So if you got any questions, let me know. I'll slow down. Here's our setting our nav. It seems like it does that right away. Like I don't have it the settings right for it to take some time. Yeah, see, it's instant. We want that to be realistic. So let's go back down there and turn them off. Yeah, there we go. See, now it's not aligned instantly. That was the issue there. Performance. We're going to zero fuel weight. Make sure we get this in properly. So I'm going to jump over to a different screen. Get our flight plan out. And what do we got? Zero fuel weight today. Got 49 passengers. Zero fuel weight is 24.5. And fuel is going to be 4,000. Set payload in the simulator. We'll copy that data to the FMS right away. And are the passengers coming on board? What's going on here? Maybe they already got on board. They come on board really fast. Put that over there. Alright, so they're going to be loading up the cargo. We're going to keep going on this end. Let's get Pack X going. Turn on my integrated lighting. Top, turn up the lighting up here as well. There we go. Alright, get our initial position. It's going to be Tango, November, Charlie, Charlie. Go. Copy this right down here, set position. I'm doing alright. We're still dropping frames. The network, we're still having some network issues, but hopefully it's not too bad. Looks like it's bouncing back and forth. Yeah, there's just nothing I can do about it. I don't know what's causing that. The only thing I could possibly do is, like I said, blow up the internet myself. Just tear it out of the wall and kill it. Because it's just being silly. Actually, put that on for now. Alright, flight plan. Origin is Tango November Charlie Charlie. Keep missing that second C. And then we're going Mike Tango Papa Papa for Haiti. 429 miles, alternate today.
On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat,
Is going to be
carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
Be right up there. Mike Delta Sierra Tango.
Flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your
Alright, our runway we're going to be taking off today is going to be runway 11.
Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow
runway 11, and let's get the flight clearance.
If you are seated in an
Hato Tower, French West 5005. Request clearance to
yeah, it seems to be kind of still shaky.
French West 500, clear to Toussaint Louverture via MS1 Juliet, departure, runway 11, initial climb, flight level 30, bin as filed, squawk 6554.
Cleared to Toussaint Louverture via MS1 Juliet, departure, runway 11, initial climb, flight level 30.
Toussaint Louverture said it pretty nice there.
554, French West 500.
French West 500, read back correct. Report when ready.
Will report when ready, French West 500.
Alright, so we're going to go direct to Aglis out of... Let me put this in my parts. So we're doing... Don't get the wrong thing. They gave us Amip Juliet. Let's add it to the route. That's going to take us to Dumva, and then we'll cut back to Aglis. Kind of a weird... Yeah, we'll cut Aglis out since we're going to Dumva. The next page, we'll cut Aglis. We'll skip that on the flight plan. And we'll go to the Alpha 315 airway. Now, we'll put Aglis in. We'll do it. We'll follow our flight plan, right? Now, let's see how that... Dumva. Then I guess that goes direct to Aglis. Then we have an airway, Alpha 315. Vesca. Then Whiskey 30 for an airway. Got a little bit longer flight here, so we actually have some waypoints. VOR Delta Charlie Romeo. Direct to Etbod. And that's going to be all for the flight plan on that end. And then we'll put in our arrival. Runway 10, we'll do ILS. We'll do this once we get up in the air. I need to look at the chart, see which one it's going to be. And they'll probably give us either ILS 10, Yankee, or Zulu. Let's see. Mika, when didn't see... Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I mean, it's still being a little rough. Hopefully, it's not too bad for the stream, for the network. But yeah, it's still going up and down. All right. They're loading up the bags out there pretty quickly. I'm gonna get the APU going. We'll get the fuel pump and APU. We'll start that up. We'll also get the hydraulics set all to auto and on. That way we got something going on in the background while we're in the computer. Back to the index. Flight plan. Initial performance. Jump back over to the FB and we can just bring this all in. Copy that data right into the computer. There it is. Cruise altitude is... Where'd it go? On the first page. Only 18,000 for our cruise? Seems pretty... I mean, it's an hour and a half flight. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't... Okay. I guess we're going to be doing a low cruise today. Interesting. 18,000. VNAV setup. I like just keep all that the same. Is there any... Do we have takeoff data? I think so. Alright, I'm going to go over here and get this screen set up. That's kind of interesting that... I've never seen that before, that little... See that right there? That's kind of interesting. I've never seen that. MFD menu. We want VNAV on. We'll direct intercept right there. Got an index over there. How long is he on timeout? Hope he comes back. Alright. Get that start for the APU. Hydraulic pumps 1, 3B, and 2 are at auto. 3A is on. Packs left and right. Are on. Recirculating fan on. Windshield heating left and right. Both in the low position. Emergency lights armed. Seatbelt signs auto, no smoking auto. Anti-skid switch. That's going to be right here. Armed.
Gear bay overheat.
That's both of those. Engine sync switch is N1. Ground proximities. Both are covered. Want the thrust reversers armed. Need to get a better... I think I set a camera for this, didn't I? There it is. We want the backup computer on standby, stab trim, mock trim, and yaw damper. Have the integrated lighting over here too. Yeah, I didn't see the joke about 9/11, so I don't know. I missed that. Okay, we have APU. For some reason it sounds very quiet in this plane. But we are ready for pushback. So we're going to put on the beacon light. And we're ready to go. We're going to call up ESX.
Hato Tower, French West 500. Request pushback and startup.
French West 500. Pushback and startup approved.
Pushback and startup approved. French West 500.
We're going to disconnect the jetway? Yes, no? Probably close the doors for the aircraft.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Why the jetway's not clearing?
Departure checks completed. Bypass
The
finish.
GSX Pro works really nice with the A32NX, at least this part, because unfortunately she doesn't duck to get under the plane. Alright, so we got that clearance. I'm just trying to get everything squared away on my other parts and stuff like that.
Locking gear.
I'm actually going to bring up the chart for you guys right now so we can see where we're going. We're down there, South America, Curaçao, and we're just going to be taking kind of a straight line up to Haiti. Got the arrival Etbod 1 Charlie, and then in for final. We haven't gotten our final, like what our final approach is, but we do have, probably going to be taking this star in. Standard terminal approach route. Okay, we're going, oops. Okay, we're going runway 11, so we want to push back so our tail is over here to our, what is that going to be, tail to the left? Sure. But we'll do the quick edit, push back. Hopefully I remember how to do it. Okay, so there's how we turn the plane. Perfect. Kind of back it up. You can see it was going to push us out into the grass. Don't want to be out in the grass.
Exiting from editing mode. Please wait.
Release parking brakes, please.
Yeah, whenever you go into editing mode, it kind of disconnects the follow mode for the camera, so got to make sure I get back into follow. Okay, we're going to remove the wheel chocks and parking brakes. Here's the pushback.
Engines clear. Start at wheel.
We're going to start the right engine. Once this gets to 20% or 20 on there, we're going to flip that little red switch. Well, how's everyone doing? Well, we're starting to break up here, so I'll wait on that. Are we pushing back? What's going on here? No problem. If there's not one thing, there's 5 things, right? What are we doing here? Push me back. Why? Why? Okay, abort pushback. Guess we'll try that again. I think it's probably because the jetway's out or
You need
something.
to set parking brakes to request ground services.
Yeah. Yep, stream. I can see it too. And it's just there's nothing I can do about it. I'm at the mercy of crap internet for some reason this weekend. I don't know what's running on my computer that could be causing it this week.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Hey Mate, how you doing? Alright, we're trying to do this pushback. What is going on? The internet's not working, GSX Pro's being stupid. Yeah, a point where I'm gonna throw everything. I'm gonna quit streaming, I'm gonna quit playing. I don't know why. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. Oh, how you can tell. There we go. Use autosave, quick edit, pushback.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, let's see if they do it this time.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
There we go. Alright. And let's start. Already started that engine. Jetway's just pushing back now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 500. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour.
Can't hear
and
anything in the
20 minutes.
like.
Please
Plane is
note
so
the cabin
quiet
doors now
inside.
closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Yeah, GSX Pro is a little.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
please
there we go.
direct your
Now
attention to the front of the aircraft for
the
safety
wheels are turning and the guy's walking actually.
When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling.
Hey,
on
thanks
the
for the
ejector
follow,
strap.
Mate.
To seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt.
I'm not sure why I can't hear
in case of
anything.
unexpected turbulence. Please take a few moments to now locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you towards the exit. In the event that the cabin loses pressure, an oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth.
Okay, parking brake set.
Press the straps if necessary and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If
I wish the GSX menu would just stay open.
Secure your mask first and then assist others. Use your mask on until a member of the crew advises you to remove it.
disconnect.
In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat.
Oh, thanks. Thank you very much, Mate. Sorry about the quality. It's network is kind of dropping in and out. It seems like it's stabilized a little bit here, but it's been kind of rough this weekend.
If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for a manual.
Alright, so they should be disconnecting.
The vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary Bluetooth device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my sound. It's like I need to figure out what's going on with my sound because I can't hear any alerts or anything, so I don't know if that stuff's coming through on your end. You guys can see or hear that stuff, like when he followed or when he just redeemed that sound effect. I don't know if it came through because nothing's playing on my end for some reason. Even though I have it set to monitor that stuff, it for some reason isn't doing it. Well, that's good. Yeah, OBS is weird sometimes. You know, you'll have the settings set the way it should be for you to be able to hear things, and then it doesn't do it.
Hato Tower, French West 500. Request taxi.
Yeah, everything is broken. Like I said, it's like I reinstalled stuff. I'm almost at the point where I'm just gonna delete everything and restart and start over again because it's just everything is weird since I reinstalled it. I hate Windows 11. My biggest thing. Really hate it at this point. Alright, taxi to holding point, runway 11. Okay, we can turn on the probes here. Probes, anti-ice if we need it, taxi lights on, APU start stop, and the power switch. Landing elevation, I had trouble putting that in last time, but we are at 36 feet. Yeah, see, it's not responding. When I put that in, it does not put in my... Oh, there it is. Why? I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm an idiot. There you go. Now it's at 20. We should actually go 40. There's the landing elevation. In case we need to return to the airport. I just want to get our trim. Go to performance. 5.8 for the trim. It's a lot different. I guess this is because we're in the 550. Usually I'm used to it being close to 7. Right, let's turn that right fuel pump on too. I do that. We don't have AC. That should not say available, technically. I don't know what's going on there. Still connected. Flaps set to 8 degrees. AP altitude. We are cleared to flight level 300. 3,000 feet. V speeds, we'll just set it through here. And trim set, nose wheel steering armed. Looks like we're good to go. Let's see. Yeah. Windows 11 has just not been good. Also, it's also got a stupid interface because, like I said yesterday, I have 3 monitors. And with Windows 10, you can put the taskbar on all 3 monitors. You can control, you have the full taskbar. With Windows 11, the full taskbar where you can control even like your hidden programs on the right corner there, next to the clock and the volume control and that stuff, that's only on your main screen. And your other 2 screens don't have that. And I tend to be in those hidden, that hidden area quite a bit. during stream and really made it a pain in the butt. So if I do that, it's going to require a little bit of work to reinstall Windows and get everything set up again and working. So it's been kind of a real pain. And yeah, I haven't liked Windows 11. I'm wondering if that's why my graphics card isn't working as well. My computer just overall isn't working as well. Because when I first put in the graphics card, and I still had my old .M2 SSD drive and Windows 10, it seemed to give a good performance boost actually. But since switching over to Windows 11, it hasn't been so good. So that might be the sign. So I'll do that. Maybe I'll start doing that this evening. I don't know. Because whenever I do it, it's going to knock out a whole day. Just getting everything reset and working properly. Yep. Well, it popped up saying, hey, I could update, and I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll do it since I'm doing a fresh restart and everything here. And it actually looked pretty cool. I kind of like the layout and stuff, but you know, it's kind of a fresh coat of paint. But yeah, it's the rule of Windows. Every other Windows sucks. You know, Windows 8 or Windows 7 was good. Windows 8, no. Windows 10 is good. Windows 11, no. So, yep, I heard a lot of bad things about 11 too. So, all right, I don't think we need to go all the way. We really don't need to go all the way to the end here. So we'll just go right here. We don't need all the extra room. We're a small plane. We don't need the whole extended threshold. So landing lights on, strobe light on. Get down there and our clearance.
Hato Tower, French West 500, runway 11, ready for departure.
French West 500, line up, runway 11.
Line up, runway 11, French West 500.
Sasha, you need to calm down, Sasha, or I'm gonna take away that wrench. Yeah, like I said, let me get up in the air and then I'll get my camera set up and we'll throw that on.
French West 500, wind 120 degrees at 16 knots, runway 11, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 11, cleared for takeoff, French West 500.
Alright, here we go. Toga and ready for takeoff. One speed. Kind of drifting here. The landing gear up. Alright, autopilot set. We'll go speed climb. Please.
French West 500, contact Curaçao tracking, approach 119.8.
Contact Curaçao track on approach 119.8, French West 500.
Flight time looks like right now it's showing about an hour and a half. So it's probably gonna be between. It was looking like an hour 50. It looks like it's gonna be about an hour and a half. Probably by the time we get landed, an hour and a half, I would say. Right, let's climb to. Whoa! This is the problem with this plane is that it doesn't have that auto throttle, so you gotta watch it. All right, 7,000 feet, so we're gonna get a nice climb in here. Look at those flaps.
French West 500.
Hey, stop descending.
Flight level 170. Contact Curaçao. Center 124.1.
Oop.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 170.
Plane just decides it's gonna dive then.
124.1. French West
4,000 feet,
500.
please. Or 7,000 feet.
Curaçao Center. French West 500.
Next stream,
At flight level 40.
I have to double check, but it might be on Tuesday. Might be on Tuesday. I know I have off a couple days this week. It's either Tuesday and Wednesday I have off, or it's Wednesday and Thursday. I might have copied it down wrong. So I work tomorrow, and so I have to see, make sure what the actual my actual days off. But it's either Tuesday or Wednesday will be the next stream. Barring Windows restall, which is probably what I'm gonna do here. And if I do that, that's gonna require a lot of a little bit of time. So what I could do is we'll see what it looks like, how things work out. But I'll fly Tuesday morning, or whichever day it is, Tuesday or Wednesday morning, and you'll see it once I know when. And at some point in here, I'll try to do a Windows 10 reinstall and get everything going, because I'm thinking that's part of the issue with the flight simulator performance, and maybe it'll help. I don't know if it'll help with the network issues, because we were having the network issues before the new graphics card, before installing Windows 11, before swapping out any parts, before rebuilding the whole computer. So the network is it's just I don't have it. Why can't we climb here? Climb, please. Yes, no, can't climb. Maybe I don't have enough. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, I know. I've seen some, some issues with Windows 11, which is making me think that that's probably the issue. That's why I held off for so long doing it. And then I was like, well, maybe they've worked out some of these issues, and I don't think they have. I think it's kind of everywhere. We've been pretty good, knock on wood here, since the last big network issue. We've been pretty solid lately. The last probably 10-15 minutes, so that's good. At least got one positive going on. We are in the air. We are flying. It looks beautiful out here. Live time, flying over the Caribbean, out of Curaçao, out of the ABC Islands, just north of the South American coast. We're going to be flying up to Haiti on the western portion of the Santo Domingo Island, which is where Columbus first landed when he unknowingly arrived in the New World. And of course, it's split between the
climb and maintain. Flight level 180.
it's split between
Flight level 180. French West
the Dominican Republic and Haiti. And I'd have to look. I'm not sure about the Dominican Republic. I'm guessing the Dominican Republic must have been under Spanish rule. I'm figuring that's what it was. Half the island was Spanish ruled, half the island was French ruled. And so Haiti is the French part. That's why we're going to Toussaint, Louverture. He was kind of the George Washington of the Haitian Revolution. when the slaves rose up and overthrew their French overlords in a pretty bloody revolution. I believe he was executed, Toussaint. Louverture. And that really put a lot of shock into the American South, which led to even the debate over slavery in the United States, where slavery was starting to die by that point. And then the Haitian Revolution kind of happened in a few slave rebellions within the United States itself, and the South was not hearing anymore. They really became hardened on slavery, and that's when slavery became more of this a racial thing, and the defense of it became so big in the United States was kind of the 1820s, 1830s. Because after the American Revolution, and for about 40 years, slavery was on the decline in the United States. And yeah, see, this is why I kind of wanted to just cut to Angeles. Yeah, we've already made the turn. All right, I want to kind of turn the speed up a little bit. I was having a coughing attack like all morning. My throat was kept getting caught, and I was getting just coughing like crazy. Now I'm sneezing. Right now I have Flight Simulator basically limited to 30 frames per second. At this point in our flight, we'd probably be up to 45, 50 frames per second. So I do get a better performance. But at the bigger airports and even smaller airports, since going to Windows 11, I think that must be what it is. And maybe it is. Maybe it's what it is. And so I'm gonna roll it back. I'm just not liking Windows 11 so much anyway. Oops, we should probably. That's all right. So we're already at our cruise here. I can't believe we're only cruising at 18,000. I think if we were cruising at a higher level, we'd probably get this flight overdone a little quicker, but still not too long a flight, about just under an hour now. Yeah, I'm a little sorry that I wasn't able to, everything was a little messy on the start there because quite a few of you guys were in here, loyal followers, but like I said, we're trying to just get things worked out. I'm finding kind of comparing between Google Chrome and Brave right now, my two internet browsers, seeing which one runs better. Not that it, yeah, we'll see. That's why things aren't set up perfectly, and I got to kind of fix something in OBS now with the Ninja chat. I'm having a hard time seeing the chat, but I can't figure out how to get rid of this Xbox game bar as well. I'm not looking forward to trying to roll back to Windows 11 because then I have to redo all my overclocking and reinstall all my programs again for the 5th time probably in the last month.
Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, we only accept credit cards.
I think it'll be worth it because, you know, Windows, it just, everything seemed to work better. I'm still having a hard time. There's some things with Windows 11, it's just like, why did they do that? Can I back up my overclock setting stuff? I'm sure I can. There are certain things I can back up. But I do need to make sure I do that. I make sure I back up the right stuff. Back up my OBS. Back up my touch portal, which is what I use to control OBS from my phone. And it makes it much easier to switch between scenes and everything. It's kind of like less expensive stream deck or whatever. All those. Pretty cool. Zoom out a little bit. Let me find my camera and we'll try to get that working. Yeah, right here we're having a... So you can see it's kind of hiccuping there, the performance. I'm doing stuff in OBS, and it's just... My computer does not have enough oomph anymore since getting the new graphics card to support Flight Simulator and any other things I'm doing out if I ever go outside of Flight Simulator, if I unfocus from it. And that's what I'm trying to figure out what that's in, because I know that was an issue when Flight Simulator first came out, is that if you unfocused out of Flight Simulator and went to a different screen or something, you'd have some performance lag. And I haven't been able to find anything about that now on how to fix that. Alright, there we go. I got the camera on. No, don't have to pay for Flight Simulator again. I mean, I had Flight... Right now I have Flight Simulator. I moved Flight Simulator to the same drive as Windows. And that might be an issue too, is having the Flight Simulator and Windows on the same drive might be causing issues. That could be a possibility. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstall Windows 10. I'm going to try to put everything back the way I had it before, or at least a few things. I'll try to. I'm going to put Flight Simulator back on my solid state drive, my other solid state drive for now, and obviously reinstall Windows 11 or Windows 10. And then what I also did is I have a big 8 terabyte hard drive, and I have all my mods on there, and I moved that to my Windows drive also. So all my stuff is basically on one .m2 drive right now, and it really helps with it speeds up the load times, but not significantly. So I'm wondering if it's causing issues, and I'm not really getting much out of it. Flight Simulator does load up slightly quicker. I think it takes 3 minutes to load versus 5 minutes. But all the other issues, is it worth it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if those issues are really because of anything, but... Angel PSP, best sim is MSFX? Are you saying Flight Simulator 10? Or Flight Simulator X? Or are you saying MFS? Yeah. I don't. It's up there. I mean, it's good that we have Flight Simulator. That Flight Simulator finally came out with a new iteration. It's been what, 16 years since FSX came out. I think FSX came out in 2004, right? Maybe I'm wrong about that. But you basically, if you wanted to, there were a couple other flight sims. You had Prepared 3D and you had X-Plane. I had X-Plane 11. But it's good to have Flight Simulator. And Flight Simulator is really forcing X-Plane 12 to try to bump up the graphics. Now, I don't think X-Plane is ever going to have as good a graphics. It doesn't have the capability, the partnership. You have Microsoft. Microsoft can use Bing data to get all the you know, the real life satellite issue stuff in the sim, which is a huge part of it. But I think X-Plane 12 looks pretty good graphic. They've upped the graphics. Neither one is very much optimized. Yeah, 2006. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, X-Plane... I don't know what I would get now. I visually... It's kind of up. I don't know. I like both of them. I haven't looked into X-Plane 12 because I just don't have time or money to go to both at this point. I mean, I bought X-Plane 11 for $30, and I flew it for 2 years. I had lots of mods. I didn't spend as much money on it though with mods as I have with Flight Simulator. So at this point, Flight Simulator is what it's going to be. But I always keep an eye on X-Plane, see what they're doing, because X-Plane, the selling point for X-Plane for me was that it was they have a much better flight model, I guess. But even then, who can tell? Yeah, FSX. Well, FSX is 15 years, 16, 17, I mean, almost 20-year-old sim at this point compared to Flight Simulator. This is a modern sim. It also destroys your computer. You better have your computer set up right. You better have, if you want it to run really well, you better have the right parts. Everything better work together nicely, and you better make sure everything's set up on Windows properly too. And I'm thinking there's a few issues here. I think the graphics card I got now is now the bottleneck is my CPU again. If I had upgraded my CPU, then I upgraded my graphics card. Now my graphics card is up to par, and the CPU isn't. But I don't have the money to get an overkill CPU at this point. And then I'm, like I said, I feel like there's a lot of other crap going on my computer that, Windows-wise, which is disappointing because I just reinstalled Windows a month, whatever the last time was. It's been very recently, but me and Sasha have been talking, like, yeah, Windows 11 is probably, I'm guessing, is the issue. So, that might be a project this week. This would be the time to do it, figure it out, because I'm not working as many hours right now. I do have some extra time off, but I do want to stream, but I want the streams to go well, so, and have more options to go to some of those bigger airports. Because I used to be able to go to Heathrow and Gatwick and LAX and Chicago and JFK and stuff, and with my old graphics card, I get, the frame rate would dip. It'd get down to the 20s and sometimes in the teens, depending on what was going on. But now it's like, I can go in those airports and there's nothing else running. I don't have FSLTL running. I don't have AI, anything going on besides the airport and my plane, and my frame rate would already be down at 15 frames per second. I don't even have, Volanta or Navigraphs or OBS running and streaming. Nothing else is going on. It's just playing the sim, and I go to those big airports. It's garbage now with my upgraded computer, so it doesn't make sense to me at all. Let's see. Yeah, it's getting bigger. Flight Simulator is getting bigger. That's why I bought a new hard drive and everything. Did I miss someone? This is the problem. I have my chats here. Hey AJ. Yeah, I messed up my little chat consolidation thing on OBS. So now I have to have both my pop-up windows, and I didn't look at the Twitch one. But I saw it on the overlay. I'm like, well, why can't I see this on my chat? Yeah. Well, I'm running on ultra quality, but I go to those big airports. It doesn't matter if I'm on ultra or high or low. It's always 15 frames per second. The CPU is just busted. I don't know what it is. Glad to see you, AJ. Yeah, we've been having... Well, the stream has finally stabilized. We haven't had any issues for the last half hour or so now. That's been this week. This weekend has been the issue of the network being a pain in the butt. My GPU. Oh, are you asking Angel what he's got for GPU? Yeah, my information for my computer is wrong on YouTube. My description there. I need to find that. Well, the Caribbean's looking really clear right now. And the CRJ5 flying from Curaçao. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We're flying up to Haiti, Port-au-Prince. We're going from some Dutch islands, Dutch Caribbean islands, the Netherlands, up to the former French. My Sishiva is now following over on, I'm guessing on Twitch, it looks like. Thanks for the follow. Awesome. Thank you very much. Hey, that makes me very happy. It's making me happy. Change to storm to see if autopilot is good. Maybe. All right, let's mess with the weather a little bit since we got. That's weird. Oh, okay. I was like, why did it do that? Well, because if you hit tab and you're in your drone camera, it stops the follow mode. That's why I did that. Okay, so let's go inside. We'll change the weather when we're in here. Let's see how. Change the weather. So we're real time, but let's go. Uh-oh. I'm messing with things. Ooh, I like that. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Look at those clouds. Alright, we're gonna fly. Sasha wants us to fly into a storm. I mean, look at the performance. Performance is not bad right now. But if I'm at an airport, it could be clear skies. But if I'm at a big airport like LAX with no other planes there, nothing else going on, I get bad performance. But here I am going to fly into a bunch of clouds and still doing pretty good. This actually makes it a little bit more interesting to look at, doesn't it? I think so. In which case, we should probably be cruising at like 30,000 feet. Then we wouldn't be flying right into this storm. Ooh, I saw some lightning. Oh. Well, thanks for the follows over there on Twitch. That's awesome. Same thing on YouTube. Everyone coming in. Really good to see. Really happy to see that. And I don't know. I think because you guys are all coming in and watching now, it's actually stabilizing the network. But I don't know if I want to land if it's storming over Haiti. If I want to land in this, because I don't know how the auto. I don't know because we don't have auto land. There is no auto land on the CRJ. You do have to bring it in. As far as I know, I don't know how to use an auto land, at least on this, if there is. Really cool. Well, now there's nothing to see because it's all just storm, except for the lightning. But we'll let it do this for a while. We got 52 minutes on the ETE. I do believe we have the seatbelt signs on. Let's We'll keep those seatbelt signs on. Yankee Victor. Actually, you know how I could solve this problem of my chat window? Put them over here. That way I can see what the heck's going on. This screen. Let's see. Yankee Victor. Love to fly to Port-au-Prince. Hope to see an upgrade to that airport. Yeah, I would love to see an upgrade to that airport. That'd be really nice. Yeah, there's nothing. There are no mods for that airport, so I got nothing going there. Believe me, I looked. Couldn't find anything on flightsim.to. I don't know about that. I don't know if it lands on its own. I don't think there's auto land for the CRJ. Oh, that was a good idea. I like that idea, Sasha, to put it in the get the put the storm in. It makes it look really cool. You can see the performance is just fine with all these clouds and weather and everything. But if I'm at, like I said, if I'm at a big airport like Heathrow or LAX, now again, I understand I'm going to have a frame rate loss there. I've had the frame rate loss with my old graphics card. Had that all the time. Bigger airports with more traffic and stuff going on. But now there's no traffic, nothing going on. I just load into the airport with my plane and it's just biting the dust. Yeah, that is beautiful. Look at that. Incredible. Storm with snow. I don't think it would really do. Can't really see anything out here on the Caribbean. And for some reason, the sim brief had us cruise at flight level 180. So we're at 18,000 feet. That's where we're kind of, you can see that ceiling of the clouds. We should probably be, you know, most of the time we'd be cruising at 30,000 at least and be right above this storm. But you know what? I don't mind this view, seeing the clouds. It's kind of just a nice little pathway right here. Storms on, kind of stormy on both sides. If you're just joining, we're on flight 199 of my world tour, flying into every country and territory in the world. I started it back in X-Plane, but obviously I restarted it, not obviously, but I restarted it with X-Plane with Flight Simulator. I was about flight 100, 101 or something on the world tour in X-Plane when I got into Flight Simulator. So did a few more flights and I said, you know what, I should restart, you know, since I'm going to be doing it on YouTube and everything else. And yeah, I've been doing that ever since. And we're almost 200 flights in over here on Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've gone through all of Africa, all of Europe, all of, I think, yeah, we've gone through all of North America, with the exception of the Caribbean where we're flying right now. We have one more country or one more territory or location in South America to go to. That's French Guiana. Looks like people are standing aside for the Prime Minister. Yeah, I mean, the clouds are just parting like it's like the Red Sea, you know. Pretty interesting. You still see the lightning. I like it. Not a bad idea to do that. Just give us a little bit more something to look at. Pretty good on. We're here on YouTube. We're looking pretty good. See, I got a lamp right in the way of my. I can actually put that on. Second. There we go. Alright, now I got my OBS monitor not blocked by that lamp. Perfect, that works. I got the nice 3 arms, you know, gas spring 3 arms, and I can make the monitors go up and down and all that stuff, and then I don't do it. I'm like, I keep putting this lamp right in front of it, I can't see what's going on the screen. Yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, it's kind of going. The Twitch stream is kind of hit and miss with the quality or the buffering. Just I don't know, but we've been cleaned up here. Haven't had an issue on YouTube on the main thread of the stream or whatever. So that's a good thing. Let's see, right over here. Yep. A bit more wind. De-ice the plane, and then you can on VATSIM need de-ice. You to de-ice plane. Huh? I'm not understanding what you're saying. We're talking about GSX Pro. We haven't had to do that yet. I kind of want to do a flight far up north where we do need to do some de-icing, because there is a de-icing. What was that? Did I just hear something? Am I hearing things? There is a de-icing element on with GSX Pro, which is really cool, actually. Yeah, every once in a while we need to throw on some custom weather, I think, because sometimes it's too clear. Sometimes it's too overcast as well. But today, this actually looks beautiful. I like it. VATSIM would take de-ice place. Yeah, I know you want me to go on VATSIM and stuff, but like I said, it's gonna be. It's trying to get the whole get into the streaming again, getting the so basically what I got going on now for my plan here is possibly this week I'm gonna reinstall Windows. I'm gonna have to reset everything up, make sure everything's working stream wise, flight simulator wise, mods, all that stuff working again. I'm gonna reinstall Windows 10 because Windows 11 I think is not working as well with everything. And then and then the second thing I need to do is I need to rebuild my other computer. There's the old case. That's the old case. I think that's Fractal Design. That's the case I got 6 years ago. That's the computer I've been using. The build I had been using up until probably the last month. Or last couple weeks, I think. It's only been a few weeks. See if I can get what I need to do is I need to set up my phone camera so I can get the there's the webcam. So there's the other screen right there. I'm knocking everything over. There's the new build. So those got these really cheap fans on from China, but because I think they're like 6 or how many do I have? I think 5 of them in there. So I think for 5 of them, 5 or 6 of them, it's only like $30, and they're pretty good fans. 120 millimeter RGB. So right now I got them going blue and yellow. I can't figure out how to control the RGB for the graphics card. I was able to do it before, and now it won't work. And I can't really do much with the colors for the RAM anymore. I could just have them set to blue, but I used to be able to have them actually change colors. Now my old computer, I had RGB fans, and that back one was red. Now on this one, it came with 3 fans. The 2 front ones are blue or have RGB that you can set, and I have them set to blue. But the back one doesn't have RGB, so that's a little weird. Top of it. A lot of airflow. A lot of airflow. Well, we're definitely in the storm now. But I lose 10 FPS if I go on VATSIM? That doesn't sound right. What's going on with the pressure? Yeah. Nope, this is just I just have it on the storm preset for Flight Simulator, Icebird. Sasha wanted to see how the autopilot works on this plane. I don't remember having any frame hits when I went on VATSIM. Not that much. And if I'm gonna have that much frame hit, I can't use VATSIM. At least not the way my computer is currently configured. I don't know what's like. Now I'm holding it. I'm basically locked at 30 frames per second right now. It probably could be higher, but I have it set to half my monitor refresh rate for the VSync to see if that will help with performance. I haven't noticed it. That's true, Icebird. Wouldn't go around. Yeah, actually at church today, our pastor, he, good Lutheran sermons. We always tell a little quick story at the beginning to kind of to introduce the point of what the sermon's going to be about with the text and everything. And it was about darkness and everything. And he had done a flight, years ago. Him and his family were flying to California, and they were flying. It was scheduled to fly into. They were scheduled to fly into San Diego, and as they got there, San Diego was socked in with fog, and so they had to go divert to Los Angeles. And I was thinking, I'm like, well, they could have. I mean, technically, they could have landed, right? I mean, you could have landed with the ILS system, just do the auto land. But they do make them go around, or they do make them. Well, if it's a storm, like fog's one thing, storm's another thing. A storm, if you have rain, you don't want to get hit with the, downburst or anything like that. That's what it really is about. And in reality, we'd probably we'd be flying over this storm. We're at 18,000 feet for some reason. SimBrief, that's what it gave us for the cruising altitude. I don't know why. I don't know why we didn't get a 30,000 foot. But we're just flying right through the middle of this storm. And to be honest, that's kind of cool. We haven't had a ton of interesting clouds and storms and stuff. Heck with their autopilot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there is. Let me see. Aerosoft. I just want to check if the Aerosoft CRJ5 auto land. There you go. Does the aircraft have Someone asked this on the forums. Let's see. Well, there is autopilot, but auto land, I don't think so. Alright, so this is Huge Hickory 1800 on Flight Simulator forums. I've waited for this aircraft to mature before purchase. I know that it has thrust reversers. I don't think we actually used them last time. I also know that it does not have auto throttle. Yep, this is a plane, and that's real. This plane does not have auto throttle, so we do have to pay attention to that speed. We're actually pretty good right now. Does the aircraft have auto land? Does it have rain radar? Let's see. The CRJ does not have auto land, but it does have terrain radar. But they're not implemented yet. Yeah, they're probably still not implemented. I haven't noticed the terrain radar on here. Yep, no auto land. I figured it didn't have auto land. So we'll see how the weather looks once we get to Haiti. I like this. It does kind of makes it feel like we're flying. We don't have the wide openness of the Caribbean that we usually have, but you know, the Caribbean does have storms like this from time to time. Live weather right now, it's clear, but it's actually gives a little bit more texture and depth to our flight, I think. So I approve of the storm preset right now. Yeah, so it's times like this where the performance, I'm noticing better performance than with my old graphics card. I do have better performance right now with this versus my old graphics card, but it's when I'm at those big airports and when it's more CPU intensive. For some reason now, my CPU handles it even worse than it did before. Like I guess I just had more room overhead because the bottleneck was the graphics card, and so the CPU didn't have to do as much work because everything was limited there with graphics. I don't know. Overcast. I just got an game update for the Bills and the Bengals in the NFL playoffs, but I didn't see what the score was. Yeah, I don't know how much for you guys. I don't remember where everyone's from. I know, Sasha, you're over in the UK. Mika's over in Germany. I'm not sure where Icebird. I can't remember where Icebird is and everyone else, but yeah, I don't know how much you guys saw about the NFL player who they literally had to do CPR on. I don't think they had to do it. I don't know if they did anything with shock his heart back into rhythm or anything, but they did CPR on the field during that game a couple weeks back. 3 weeks ago now, I would think, because we were having my son's birthday party. Oh, you're over there in Germany too? Or in Austria, Germany? Cool. Yeah, so I don't know how much you guys get of the NFL. And there we go. Now we're starting to have some network issues. Why? Alright, looked like we had a little bit of a hiccup there. Alright, Icebird's over there in Austria. Yeah, again, thanks for your patience dealing with the buffering and stuff. It's, I don't know. Yeah, we're in 2023 and we're still buffering video. I don't know. But, yeah, that NFL player, it was January 2nd. January 2nd, it was my son's birthday party, and basically everything was winding down. A couple of the other kids, older kids, were there. They were watching YouTube on our TV, and I switched over to, I had just bought an antenna earlier that day so I could watch local channels and watch the football games. Or I bought it the day before. And I flipped to the Monday Night Football game, and the players are leaving the field. And I'm thinking, and there's 5 minutes left in the first quarter, and there's no reason for them to be leaving the field. And I'm thinking, what is going on? It was so surreal. But yeah, that was the Bills and the Bengals playing, and that was an important game for the playoff seeding and who was going to get home games and stuff. And now here they are a few weeks later running into each other in the playoffs, playing each other, and they're playing up in Buffalo. The player was one of the Buffalo players. But there are some people that think this game should have been played at a neutral site because the Bengals lost out on a chance to change the seating and everything by agreeing to basically cancel the game. But yeah, it's kind of weird. There was really no good answer. I mean, I follow the Green Bay Packers.
Range West 500, contact Santo Domingo, Center 126.
I follow the Green Bay Packers out of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Contact Santo Domingo.
Population just over 100,000 people in Green Bay, Wisconsin, so very small city.
Santo Domingo Center, French West 500, inbound Vesca at flight level 180.
Wow, very small city in terms of like having a major professional sports team, at least in America.
Maintain flight level 180, French West 500.
The third largest city in our state, though, so it's not like it's nothing. People talk about it, it's like, oh, it's just a small town. I'm like, no, a small town is where I grew up. I grew up in a small town, 1,500 people. That's a small town. I'm sorry if you have you have freeways and convention centers and hotels and multiple schools, multiple high schools and stuff like that. You're not a small town. Well, we had that little blip there, but it's been actually pretty good for the last hour or 40 minutes for the stream. At least over here on YouTube. Twitch has been a little hit or miss. I'll try not to go on too much about the stream quality, though. That's been an issue we've been running into this weekend, and hopefully it cleans up. Hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday morning, whenever the next stream is. Not 100% sure when that next stream is going to be, but it's going to be either Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning. For sure, I know I'm off Wednesday, so if you're really trying to pencil in something, you're not sure. Wednesday, for sure, there will be a stream, barring issues with me reinstalling Windows, and if I decide to do that foolishly at some point where I don't have enough time to get it all done before streaming. So I'll either do that this afternoon. I don't think I'll do it this afternoon or this evening because it'll be pretty late. So maybe I'll wait and try to do that on Wednesday or my last day off. I'll do that after the stream. I'll just take the rest of the day to do that. I don't know. That way I don't knock out any. It gives me a few more days to work on it. We'll see. What's going on? If you get low flight level in sim brief, just put in your flight level. You want to fly into altitude or select another route, and this is the route. This is the way I do it. Yeah. I just found it interesting. I'm like, oh, well, maybe there's something going on for Not a big deal. We get to fly through the clouds here. Not that there were any clouds in reality, but we put on the storm preset for that. And I don't think it changed, really altered the flight time too much. 'Cause we took off about 40 minutes into the stream. Because it took me, I don't think I got going actually in the sim until 10 minutes into the stream. So about half an hour to get set up and push back and all that stuff like usual. And then, you know, so we've been flying for an hour 10. We're going to be landing in about 30, 40 minutes. That's about exactly what the sim brief said. Close. Alright, since we're flying through the clouds here, we'll do that and we'll kind of do some double duty here. We'll check out our charts. We're getting 1, 2, 3 more waypoints, and then we'll get to Etbod, and we'll be going into the Etbod star. I'm not sure why it's not giving me that chart. I really like how it automatically puts up all the routes. You can kind of visualize them and pick the one you want. Why is it not giving me the chart for it? Maybe there's no chart. And then our approach is going to be... Well, this is really cool too, because then I can select the appropriate approach, and it looks like what you'd want going to be either this green one. I'd probably want to get this ILS. Okay, so Yankee does this big swing we don't need to do. Probably ILS Zulu, or we could do the RNAV or the VOR. I don't want to do the... Okay, that's interesting. I didn't even notice that. ILS Zulu, runway 10, transition final? No, Capoy. Got to route. Then it gives us the chart and everything. We got our minimums. I still don't know my aircraft designations A, B, C, and D. I don't know what a CRJ5 would be. If anyone knows. If anyone knows that, I always get those mixed up. Alright, those are our minimums for the ILS. If we go around, we climb back to 4,000 feet on 97 degrees to Papa 144. Then it looks like we'll go back out. Or it's got the whole go around procedure. Papa 144, turn right to Papa 150, turn left to Papa 149 at max 185 knots, direct Papa 612, turn left to Cap Hoy and hold or as instructed. Localizer, so that's going to be for our ILS, IMG, India Mike Golf, 111.5, 97 degrees, final approach. Altitude to capture is going to be 3,000 feet. Gonna check out the airport because we want to know our airport elevation, 125. So let's set that. Right now we have it set to 40. That should be off. Okay, 120 for our landing elevation. Matches up there. Perfect. You can hear the wind outside now. really in it. We are really in this storm. Really in this storm. I'm getting a little scared. Yeah, nice storm. Accidentally I opened up Brave there and that gave a hiccup. Yeah, Sasha wanted a storm and now we're in the storm. Before it was kind of parting in front of us and it looked really cool because able to see all the clouds. Now it's just kind of overcast. Do that. Yep, so it's just I'm getting bad. Okay, what did I do? Why is the frame rate gone to crap? Come on. This is what I mean. Performance issues. Okay, now it's fine. It's weird, like if you click in, sometimes I'll click on something, I'll click back into Flight Simulator, and Flight Simulator will just crash for frames. And then if you click back out and click back in, it works. So there's, I don't know. There you go. That's what I like to see. That kind of pretty clouds. All right, we got 10,000 feet for the runway. Landing at runway 10 in Port-au-Prince at Toussaint Louverture International. We're gonna be, yeah, looks like 8 parking spots. Gotta be getting pretty close, right? All right, coming up on Cassos. Hital, then we'll have Delta Charlie Romeo VOR, which is for Cabo Rojo. Cabo Rojo. And then we'll head on to Etbod and into the standard terminal approach. How many miles left? Right up on top, you can see it, 127 nautical miles. Is there a long haul soon? Let me see when our, at least for the world tour, when we're gonna have a real long haul. Let's pop this open. I know it's once we get over the, I think it's gonna be once we get over the Pacific for sure. We're gonna have a few nice size long hauls. World tour, maybe live stream. What is it? Which one has flight time on it? There it is. Okay, so where are we? Yeah, we're behind schedule on what I was planning. We should already be probably flight 205 by now. Well over that. We should be getting pretty close to getting out of the Caribbean, and instead, all the issues I've been having and reinstalling Windows and doing all that fun stuff. But coming up, we are going to have quite a few. Well, I won't say these are long hauls because this flight is an hour 50. Next flight, we're going to be flying over to Martinique, which is going to be about a 40-hour flight on the Airbus. Oh, wait. Well, this flight is an hour 24. Okay, next flight's going to be similarly long flight to this one. We're going to be flying over to, where are we flying? Porta Pitre. I think that is Guadeloupe. We're going to be flying over to Guadeloupe on Air France. We're going to be in the Airbus A320 for Air France the next few flights. We're going to be flying over to Guadeloupe, then we're going to be flying to Martinique. That's going to be a short one, 40 minutes. And then we'll have two-hour flights from Martinique down to the French Guiana. And then we're going to fly French Guiana right back to Martinique. Both those flights are going to be 2 hours, 10 minutes on the Airbus. And then we're going to jump into the ATR. I'm not sure if we're going to be in the ATR for sure on both those flights. We're going to be in the ATR 42, 72, whichever one it is that we have. And those flights are going to be, we're going to have a string of flights that are going to be less than 40 minutes each. Then we're going to get back, we're going to jump into the Boeing 777 for British Airways. We're going to have a little bit over an hour flight there. Yeah, a lot of the flights are going to be between less than half an hour and an hour. We're going to have quite a few short flights coming up here. Multiple flights probably on the stream if the stream is working and things are working. gonna be a while here. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be March before we hit a long one. We're gonna have the flight from, where is that? Sure, where we're gonna be flying out of the Caribbean up to Miami. I'm not sure which where we're flying out of. But we're gonna be on the 738, the Boeing 738. That's gonna be about 3.5 hour flight. Then we'll have a 2.5 hour flight over to Bermuda. Out of Bermuda, we'll have a 2.5 hour flight up to New York. Then New York to Dallas. That one's gonna be about 4 hours. So we're gonna have some long transcontinental flights over the United States. We'll have a 4 hour flight. Then we'll have another 4.5 hour flight from Dallas to Vancouver. And then we'll have a little bit shorter one, Vancouver to San Francisco. And then San Francisco down to San Diego. And then we'll have a couple 5 to 6 hour flights in a row from San Diego out to Honolulu, Honolulu out to French Indonesia. French Indonesia, French Polynesia, whatever it is. I don't have it right in front of me. And then we'll have a 4 or 5 hour flight over to I think Fiji. And then we'll start getting some short flights again, doing a little bit of island hopping. And so we're gonna have a string there where we're gonna be doing one flight. It's gonna be long. We're gonna get going. Maybe I'll try to start those flights a little earlier in the morning too, so I can. But there's gonna be some long ones coming up. March, April. You know, right about the time when my work starts picking up, I don't have as much time to stream, but I have some nice long flights and looking forward to those. I'm looking forward to the ones that are flying over the United States because there'll be things to see. The Pacific flights, the 5 hour flights over the Pacific are going to be a little bit, but those will be your long hauls. I don't know if those are considered long hauls, but in terms of this stream, they are. Damn it. Oh, cool, Sasha. Yeah, I almost want to go back to live weather, though, when we're landing. I'm afraid we're not going to be able to see. We'll have to do a go-round. Well, thanks, Mika. Yeah, we're gonna have some long hauls. They're gonna come up. Yeah, let me see if I can kind of project out when these flights are gonna kind of happen. And again, it all depends on because my work schedule's not solid right now. I don't know for sure when I'm working, or how many days a week I'm working right now. Let's see, we just did this one. This is the 22nd. How much later than I was planning. Like this flight, I was planning on doing this flight before Christmas, I think. Okay, next flight's gonna be on, say, the 24th. We went on the 25th. Ah, you're flattering me. You're flattering me. I don't know if I'm the best, but I'm trying, and
French West 50.
I'm trying to get better. It's a little hard to get. It's a little hard to focus on certain things when you're trying to just get the stream to work. Alright, so French West 500, expect FBOD 1 Charlie arrival, Capoy ILS Zulu approach runway 10, report when ready. Report when ready for descent. We already did that all on, we got that all punched in on the, right here. Got it all punched in. That's exactly what we have. We have the ILS 10, Zulu, we got the FBOD 1 Charlie star, so we are good. We're going to be parking at saying gate 16. Don't know what gate 16 is.
Expect Expo 1 Charlie. Arrival complete ALS. Zulu. Approach. Runway 10. Report when ready for descent. French West 500.
Wow. Another issue I'm having, which this might clear it up. This is crazy. I'm looking at it right now. Flight Simulator, I'm looking at my task manager. Flight Simulator is using like 11% of my CPU, and OBS Studio is almost at 30%. It's crazy how much OBS is using. I don't know why. Freaking out like that. But again, I'm gonna build a streaming or rebuild my old computer, and that will at least cut that usage of the CPU out, I'm hoping. But yeah, I'm noticing just lately in the stream just now, when I click back into Flight Simulator, I get a hiccup on frame rates. When I click out, I get an issue with frame rates, which we weren't having earlier. Now it's happening. So. Hey, Austin. Austin is Prayer Warriors. He put his actual name there. Yeah, so like I was saying to Sasha, Mika, and Austin, and hey Enzo, I missed Enzo up there. Awesome, I haven't seen Enzo in a while. Welcome in. How are you doing? And remind me where you're from. Remind me. I can talk. I can't talk. Remind me where you're watching from, because I know Sasha's UK, Mika is Germany. Over, I think Icebird over on Twitch. He's also Austria. Austin, thinking, let me see, Austin, I think you're what, Phoenix? Maybe I'm completely wrong on that. I know you're in the United States, Austin. Enzo's the United States also. Oh, Mika's in Switzerland, that's right. I knew you were over there in that part of the world, Mika, in that Switzerland, Germany, that whole little area right there in the mountains. Well, Enzo, you're just in time. We're about 11 minutes left. We just got our, oh, we're ready for descent. Why did I not hit that?
500. Ready for descent.
Okay, we're ready for descent. Come on. Let me descend. Alright, let's actually get our stuff in here. ILS 10 Zulu, Capoy, and then we're doing FBOD 1 Charlie. Execute. That should be all in there. Even has the go around, which is nice. The only plane that I have that doesn't have put the go around in is the Airbus, the fly-by-wire Airbus. I hope they add that, because it makes it much more pleasant to do the go around. Alright, so it looks like we're not going to start descending until right here, until FBOD. Then we'll start descending to 9,700 feet. We're not at a very high cruise because SimBrief gave us 18,000 for some reason. That's right, OKC. I think the reason I couldn't visualize, I think I was thinking someone else was at OKC and that was you, but I was thinking in my brain that's attached to Prayer Warrior's name. And so then when I see Austin, even though I know you're Prayer Warriors, I wasn't attaching. I was thinking that was someone else. That's why. That's right. Okay, see. What the heck is that for? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what's the master caution for? What's the issue? Okay, we got a warning. Is it fuel? Could be fuel. Oh, wait. Ice. Okay, well, let's turn on the anti-ice. There you go. Getting some icing. You can see it. Well, don't see any ice. I don't know if it doesn't show up on this plane or not. So for all my complaining about performance, the performance generally in flight, you know, even with all these clouds, is smooth. It's buttery. I'm locked at 30 frames per second because I have I set the VSync to only 50% of my monitor refresh, and I got that tip from someone on one of Fearless Gaming over on Twitch, who suggested that. Well, it was actually I forget the name of the channel, but we're all kind of buddies over there. So, but Fearless Gaming was the one that suggested it to him, and then he passed it on to me that could help with performance. I haven't noticed it. I mean, it does stay stable. All right, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Again, I just heard something. I don't know. Something disconnect. Every time we reconnect, I hear something go on. I don't know. Yeah, graphics looks good. Seems like CPU hiccups. Were you responding to when I do the like when I go? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, the CPU is the thing that's maxing out over here. OBS Studios just go crazy. I don't know what's going on with that. Enzo, do you put MSFS mods in community folder? You can. That's the easiest place to put it. Ooh, are we over? What are we over right now? You see land down below us. We're actually over. Oh, yep, we're coming. Right now we're just over. We're going to be crossing just about the border of Haiti and Dominican Republic. There you go. Awesome. We are getting pretty close. Hopefully we're going to get our descent clearance pretty soon. Look at those clouds. Amazing. This is why I get so frustrated with the performance, because I want it to perform well and I want to be able to have these visuals because it looks great. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. I know you guys have a few things. All right, Icebird, if you're streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, you have like double data. Yeah, technically right now, yeah. So that could be the issue. Well, but you're right, Icebird. That could be the issue. The problem is that I'm having the network problems, even just streaming to YouTube or just streaming to Twitch. So if I'm just streaming 6,000 kilobytes per second, I'm still having these random where it just craters. For a chunk of time, and isn't stable. And even last week, last few streams, I haven't had this issue at all. And even you go back last year, when I was still living with my parents, and they had fiber internet, so that was the difference, I think. And even Creepy Kirk kind of suggested that probably was the issue. Never had this issue. I was streaming on Restream. Holy cow, that lightning looked like it almost struck us or something. So, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't noticed it. Only, you know, it hasn't been an issue like when I'm just streaming to both. Like that's the problem. It's happening even when I'm not streaming to both, so I figured, well, if I'm going to have issues just streaming to one, I might as well just stream to both and have the issues anyway, because I'm having the issues either way. Man, that looks, just look at that. That's amazing. Now, let's make it a little, well, no, let's keep this panoramic view right here. All right, no, do I put mods into the community folder? Yes, if there's a couple of ways you can do your mods. Technically, the way I like to do it is have a separate folder. Now, right now, my mods are on the same hard drive as my simulator, so you could just put I could just put them in the community folder. But if you have a separate folder, and then you get MSFS add-on linker, and you can find that on flightsim.to. If you get that, you can put all your mods, and you can organize them in folders and have it really nice and organized in a separate place. You can have it on a completely different hard drive if you want to. or you could have it on the same hard drive. Right now I have it on the same hard drive. It actually helps with loading times now because they're both on an M2 drive. But if you have it on separate folders, so you need to have it in the community folder. But what you can do is you can have it in a separate folder and then use add-ons linker. And what's cool with add-ons linker is you can choose every time before you load up, you start up Flight Simulator, you can choose which mods you want to be active. That way you can have all your mods sitting there, and then you can say, you know what, I only want to have this livery and this scenery. That way it doesn't have to load in everything that even that you're not going to be using. But you don't have to keep deleting and pulling things in and out of the folder. And what add-ons linker will do is it'll automatically make a virtual link between that where you have the actual mod, and it'll put a virtual link into your community folder. Yeah, VATSIM's a whole different thing. But you put it in it'll put a virtual link in the community folder, so Flight Simulator will look in the community folder, see that, oh yes, this mod is in here, but it's not really in there. But there's a virtual link, so it's gonna Flight Simulator's gonna go for that, and then it's gonna go whoop over and go to where it's actually located. It's really cool. Okay. Contact Port-au-Prince Center. Okay, beautiful. Oh, man. I mean, this is Flight Simulator at its best right here. I mean, this is... I see some videos and I see this kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't get a lot of this. Well, here it is. I stopped using the add-on linker. I need more time to change the config every time. Then the loading time of the sim would be different. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, it probably... I mean, it could be. I haven't tried that. I might... I have to do a test. Alright, so we're maintaining 180. So...
500, descend and maintain flight level 170.
Right? 10 minutes to change. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it might... in the end, it might not be worth it. Well, sometimes... Yeah. You might be right. In all reality. You might be completely right about that, Icebird. Yeah, when so I've completely upgraded my computer now. Everything that I now have in this computer sitting over here to my right is all new. Now, I bought it over the last year, but now I've completely a new case, new motherboard, 64 gigs of RAM, new cooling fans, everything, new graphics card, all that's all of it's new except for the hard drives. But I did get a new M2 hard drive which has 2 gigabytes of space. That way I can have Flight Simulator, Windows, Flight Simulator, and all my mods on the same hard drive, and it's the fastest loading speed, right? Alright, descending 8,000.
French West 500, radar contact, continue descent 8,000, QNH 1013. Continue descent 8,000.
My brain kind of melted there, I forgot what 8,000 is. I was looking at the numbers and I'm like, that's not 8,000. Alright, so it's saying 2,300 feet, 2,400 feet, so we'll go vertical speed down 2.4. And that's why I really like this direct intercept. We're going to go idle for the descent.
Customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
It is beautiful, Micah. I'm using Windows 11 since it came out. I even was on beta, nearly no problems with it in comparison to Windows 10. Well, and that's the thing. It's like I hear some guys will say that, where it's like I'm not having any issues. I feel like I'm having issues. I feel... Part of me wants to... Almost what I want to do is I want to set everything back to the way it was before I started feeling like I was having issues. And I just have that nagging feeling in the back of my head. I think another reason I'm going to go back to Windows 10 is I don't like the way Windows 11 is, it's the layout. I mean, there are things I do like about it, and there's things I don't. One of the big things is I have the triple monitors right now. So I got one over here, and then I got my main monitor I'm playing my game on. The problem is I can have the taskbar on all 3 monitors. And with Windows 10, you could, I think with Windows 10 I would just have the taskbar on one on my, not my gameplay monitor, but on the other one. But I can't do that on this, because the problem is you can only, wherever you want the main taskbar to be, that makes that your main monitor. So when I open a program, if I open Skyrim, or I open, if I open Flight Simulator, it opens on my smaller monitors, and then I have to move it to the other one, and it pain in the butt to do it sometimes. So it's like that little thing, because what happens is I have the taskbar, and basically I can access all my programs that are on my taskbar. That works. I can access the weather and the news, that stupid thing that I don't need. But where the clock is, right? You have your clock and your date. Well, I can't check my calendar because it's not on the taskbar on my other two monitors. It's only on the main one, which is right now covered up by Flight Simulator. Volume control, hidden programs, those are all on the main monitor taskbar and not on these ones. And it makes my job harder. Exactly, Sasha. So part of me is like, you know what? I just want to go back for the layout. Is one excuse I can make for myself at least, but I'm not looking forward to doing it, and I feel like I know I can do that, but the problem is that whenever I open a program, it then, unless you can tell me how to do that, because when I open programs, then it opens it up on that main monitor, which isn't my sim monitor. And my monitor I play my sims on, my games on, is a 21:9 monitor. And so then when it opens up my game, it throws off all the resolutions. I then have to Alt-Enter, and that work. It's not a big deal with Flight Simulator, to be honest, because it's easy to just move it over, make it full screen. But when I do Skyrim or other games, it actually, I can't do it. It screws it up, it breaks them, it puts it in the wrong resolution. And it's really annoying because I don't want to open it on my other monitors. I want to open it on the main one. So. I have so many, there's so many little things I've been running into. So I don't know, yeah, I know. Press Windows and P at this time. Yeah, but that just switches the... No, that switches your, yeah, how do you, if you want to have your screens extended, which is what I want, or if you want to duplicate them or other things like that. Oh. Okay, we're at 8,000. Okay, we're still descending 8,000. Yeah, I don't know why this is still saying 1,700. Okay, let's zoom in. Need to be above 6,000 feet. We are. My programs are really smart. The most starts where they were running the last time I closed them. Yeah, for the most part, like Windows programs, like regular programs, Illustrator, OBS. Well, OBS usually opens on my OBS. A lot of my programs still open on the main, whichever one is set as display 1 or whatever, right? But there are some programs where I'll pop them open and it will pop open wherever I last had it. It's weird. I wish if I knew a way to actually set that. I'm sure there is. But again, I think there's a... No, don't press F4. I've actually never pressed F4 to see what it does. I'm not going to do it now, of course, but I've heard that that's what that does. I don't know why. But, wow, look at that sunset. Look at that. Whoa. Wow, and then over here. Pretty good over here too. Okay, we need to watch our speed because we're actually losing speed. Oh, you just told me not to press it if someone asked me. Now you're saying it's going to speed up the plane. Yeah. I really believe you, Sasha, yeah. It's not like I've never watched a stream before and watched people say that. Or the fact that you just said it 5 seconds ago. Such a troublemaker, I tell ya. Here he is timing people out, but then he goes and tries to get me to press F4 to speed my plane up. Look at that. I'm glad I went with real time also, so we get this cool sunset. Because the real flight time is, I think is 8:30 in the morning or something. All right, I need to set someone else as. I need to get another moderator so that when Sasha gets out of control, we can moderate him.
Descend and maintain 5,200. Descend and maintain 5,200.
He's got too much power.
500.
Too much power. No, but he's Sasha. Yeah, maybe get Austin in here too. But when Sasha's not here, or when both of you are here and Sasha's just getting out of control. I think I can set that up. I'll set that up later for you, Austin. But yeah, Sasha was a trooper yesterday. He's been a trooper the last couple of days because we've been having these network issues. And yeah, the stream yesterday was a disaster. I mean, it just, ugh. I mean, today he was getting a little antsy today. He's like, come on, let's go. I think we were about 10-15 minutes it took me because I literally started the stream at about 2:01, so that at least the stream was going. People knew I was alive, but I had to get a lot of stuff set up.
French West 500. Proceed direct to point. Proceed direct to point. French West 500.
Do I already have you a moderator as Prayer Warriors? I'll check. I have to look at that. Oh, you still have Prayer Warriors? Yeah, are we descending here? Going down 9,000. Whoa! Now we gotta descend. Whoa, no. Yeah. We'll just hit that scroll wheel anyway. You might open up. Alright, let's start descending. So Capoy, we need to be at... Probably open up a chart. Alright, we need to get down to 3,000 feet. We should be at 4,000. I don't know why they just cleared us. I think we're doing alright.
French West 500. Proceed direct India Foxtrot 010. Descend and maintain 5,200.
We're descending. We're gonna keep going.
Direct India Foxtrot 010. Descend and maintain 5,200. French West 500.
We're just gonna get down because we gotta get down to 3,000 right there.
Descend and maintain 3,000.
There you go.
Descend and maintain 3,000. French West 500.
I put out some flaps. Yeah, I haven't seen Wolf Gaming in a long time, so. But again, I've been hit or miss for a while here. But if I could start getting things to start feeling good, and I could just keep jumping on and streaming, because that's usually the reason I don't stream is either something else outside, or I'm just annoyed at my streaming setup. Something's not working the way I want it to. All right, we are gonna. Oh, let's slow down here. Ooh, we're getting some rain. I'm not so sure about this stormy weather landing.
French West 500. Cleared ILS. Zulu. Approach at 3,000. Runway 10. Report established on localizer. Cleared ILS.
Oh, I know you are. Sasha, you're here all the time, and I really appreciate it, especially after yesterday. It was just such a... You were having so many issues. Or I was having so many issues. You were hanging out. Alright, let's start getting the flaps out, and... Ugh, I don't know if I want to... Can't really land in a storm like that. Oh, we're gonna... Whoops, come on, GSX. We're gonna change the weather back to live. Abrupt change, I know, but... We want to land, actually. Get approach. Where's approach? There it is. Hard to distinguish between pilot and ATZ. Yeah, they sound pretty similar, don't they? Okay, so this is gonna be the pilot.
French West 500. Established on localizer. French West 500. Contact Port AU Prince. decimal
Yeah, I have to do that.
Contact port
We
8
don't need it to be so long.
Tower 118.3, French West 500.
Really want to go.
Port AU Prince Tower, French West 500, on final 10.
Now we can put the landing gear down.
500, continue approach.
Continue approach.
Well,
West
now
500.
towers sounds a little different. Got a female
French
voice.
West 500, wind 110 degrees at 16 knots, clear to land 10.
Cleared to land.
I know what they got to do is they got to.
French West
There's a few
500.
websites out there where you can actually even have a whole YouTube video and voiced by some really good AI voices, and they actually sound like really good as opposed to these. I don't know. I mean, FS HUD ATC. Some of these guys need to start tapping into the crazy chat GPT and all the AI stuff that's out there now. It's getting pretty crazy. All right, we don't want to be down this low on speed. A little low on speed. And we got a manual speed. Where? Oh no, I'm not kicking you out as being a. I'm not kicking you out as being mod. It's just we need a mod to moderate you sometimes. No. Once we get to a side, I mean, like I said, I'm hoping, you know, we've hit 1,000. If we can get a little bit more consistent here at the streaming, I'm gonna start doing some other kinds of videos too. That's what I'm gonna be doing after the stream if I have time. I'm working on making some geography videos. And I actually put out a short, so if you check out my YouTube channel, I put out a few shorts. The ones that got some views were actually about our New Year's meal, Chinese New Year's meal, but I did put out a short just kind of introducing Turkey and how to pronounce Turkey, which isn't really anything special, but I want to kind of make some different videos, doing some stuff in After Effects. Oh, okay, so you're already a mod, but you're not on that mod account. So I'll make Austin Lewis this account a mod too. That way you can discipline Sasha. But I still need to learn how to do all the cool stuff that mods can do, because I know, especially watching over on Twitch, you get mods that'll help change the title of the stream or whatever, all that nonsense. All right, let's go disconnect the ATC.
400.
I feel like we're way off center.
Sync rate. 200.
Getting some wind, feels like. Whoa.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
God, I suck at landing.
French West 500, report vacated.
Oh man, I
Report
suck at the
vacated,
landings.
French West 500.
Suck at landings. Alright, let's get runway here. Double back. I really hate these runways where they don't have a taxiway anywhere, and the terminal apron is like right away. So even if you land short, I mean, you gotta land really short. You do have a turnaround, at least.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 5:27 p.m. and it's currently about 30 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bin, as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us, and we hope to see you again soon.
guys missed the landing. Well, there's something I do like about X-Plane is the replay system for X-Plane is so much better than for Flight Simulator. Or at least we could. You mentioned we could. At least we could see the landing. Whoa, cruising here.
Port AU Prince Tower, French West 500, runway vacated.
French West 500, taxi to gate 16.
Taxi to gate 16, French West 500.
Okay, gate 16. See if GSX Pro knows gate 16. It does. Show me the spot. Okay, the follow me would probably be better, right? Well, that's another feature you can do. You can have a show me the spot thing. Look at that gate right there. But where is the... Well, this isn't going to be the best, just the way this... Yeah, this airport, the jetways are broken. So this would have been an airport I should have switched out the jetways. Sometimes the GSX Pro jetways just don't seem to work. And unfortunately, because there are jetways, it's not going to let us, be bored with the stairs. Even though we have stairs. Alright. Taxi lights off. Oh, should have started the AP. There's Prayer Warriors, Austin. My sound is gone? Because we're losing. That's what happens when you have bad internet. Alright, engine's coming down. Out the fuel pumps. And we'll see if GSX is gonna... It's not gonna cooperate probably really well. Yeah, the sound's gonna be cutting in and out because that if you're not getting, stuff's not going up on the upload.
The boarding requested.
This is, I don't know what this thing's gonna do. And the lights just turned on. Beacon light off. Wanted to get the power's connected. The doors. Seatbelt signs off.
Passengers deboarding starting.
And this is probably going to go through here and make it that we can't really do much. Okay, that's a very interesting way to do a jetway, right? You see the passengers coming out. Jetway is just completely messed up there. Well, it's not the perfect. It's kind of buggy, right? I'm wondering if we had parked a little bit over if it would have worked better. I don't know. It really annoys me when the jetways are set up wrong in the parking spots. Alright, well, we're having a hard time here with the stream. Let's try to wrap this up quickly before it gets too bad. This one, and we'll pull up in Volanta, review the flight. Our takeoff right there, a little weird. And landing rate again, negative 403, so a very firm landing like we did last time. Come on, stream. Hour and a half for the flight time. So a little bit quicker than I was planning, but even though our expected arrival, we're a little bit late. So kind of not sure about that. And we'll quickly jump into the world map.
Do you want to deboard crew?
Over that. Alright, there's the world map everywhere we've been so far. And we'll jump in way down here. And we'll reveal Haiti. Next flight we're flying, where did I say we're flying over to? I think we're flying over to Guadalupe, so somewhere over here. And then we're going to fly down to Martinique, so we're going to be in this little area. And then we'll be headed down to French Guiana and back in the next couple weeks. So we'll be a little bit more Caribbean flying. Probably, I'm guessing March at the earliest is when we're going to be kind of leaving the Caribbean and heading up into the US. And then back out to Bermuda anyway. And then we'll be making our way over to start our Pacific section of the world tour. So we'll go back to the screen right here. With the beautiful flags of Curaçao and Haiti. And yeah, let's kind of just wrap things up. When did oh, what is going on with the stream, I tell you. Let's see. Yeah. When did I start doing that map? I know I didn't have it right away, but I think I started it pretty quickly. We were in Africa. I'll have to go back and figure out when that was, but yeah, I really like it. Because originally what my whole idea with the world tour thing was, when I was doing an X-Plane, I was just going to take a ton of screenshots. I was going to post them on a forum somewhere, you know, showing my path around the world and, you know, different sites and stuff. And now that I'm streaming it, it's like I kind of want to keep track and have something. I'm working on learning getting better and learning more stuff and kind of working on a workflow over on Adobe After Effects to create some cooler stuff. I know there were a few streams where I did use some pre-made maps where it actually animated and moved in and did all that stuff, and it looked really cool. So as I get a better handle on Adobe After Effects and I just make my workflow so fast, well, those will pop up again maybe. But between this and now I'm adding a new project where I want to start making some YouTube videos and start getting views other than just doing these live streams, and I'll help grow the channel hopefully. Doing some videos, doing some map videos and stuff, and go check out that short. I basically made that short about Turkey just so I could show off what I was doing, because I'm planning on doing a little bit longer, maybe a minute or two length videos at least for now, kind of focusing on introducing the country, the flag, the capital, and how to pronounce all those things as well. But maybe in the future also going and extending out further and having pictures and kind of going into history or the breakdown of how these countries are. A few interesting ones I want to do. One I'm really looking forward to doing is about France, because we're going to be coming up on that in a few flights. Well, we're already coming up on it. Guadalupe, Martinique, French Guiana. Well, are they France? Are they not France? What is this? Stream is bouncing back and forth there, so before we completely lose it all, thanks for coming along on this flight. next stream, actually give me just a few seconds to set up this next screen because I didn't jump ahead on it. Man, yeah, I don't know if it's like the longer OBS is open or Flight Simulator is open now, because whenever I jump out of Flight Simulator right now, it is really, really bad. My whole computer is taking a crap right now almost. Alright, that's all set up. Okay, so until next time, it'll be either Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning, the usual time, 7:30 in the morning. Yeah, I definitely want to get into the truck sim again too, if I can do that. Again, it's trying to figure out. Right now, I'm so focused on trying to figure out what's going on with Flight Simulator, but I think everything else so far, everything else has been performing better. It feels like with the new graphics card. So Flight Simulator it's a mixed bag. Everything else seems to be better. So I'm going to be working on rebuilding my other computer so I can have a streaming setup, and that will really make things better across the board. Also got to figure out this network issue because I'm trying to wrap up this thing and talk to you guys, and we're losing the stream. So I don't know what's going on with it. All right. Well, until next time, we'll be streaming Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning. It's going to be somewhere in there. Just keep an eye out. It's going to be sometime here in the week. I work tomorrow, so no stream tomorrow, but it'll maybe Tuesday morning. For sure, I know I'll be streaming on Wednesday because I know I have Wednesday off, but I can't remember if it's Tuesday I'm off or Thursday I'm off as well. So keep an eye out on YouTube. Keep an eye out on Discord. I'll try to post stuff on there. Sometimes it actually is easier for me to update things on Discord than it is for me to do on YouTube. I was trying to change the stream time on YouTube because I wasn't sure I was going to get up on 2, and you saw how the stream started. So until next time, until Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever I see you guys next, take care. Happy flying if you're doing that. Keep the blue side up when you're flying, and I'll see you then.
Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk.